Good morning. Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. Hello, hello. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Getting together again we are, bright and early in the morning, well, here in New York anyway, where we are getting together for our energy traffic report check. I like to call it our energy traffic check. Because, well, we're checking into the energy for today with our galactic calendar, right? This is not a calendar to only tell us whether it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or January or February, or whether it's time to pay our taxes or go to work or something. This is about getting in harmony. This is a calendar of energies, right, that are flowing, changing energies, right? So let's open our galactic calendar to the fourth moon, the self-existing moon of form, where we find that we're in this last week here. And, well, we're in the second day of this last week, and we see we have some special symbols here. We are noticing here that we have this little dragon symbol here next to the solar frequency. This is indicating to us today that today is what we call a Votan clear day. And I made my own Votan card because I like to put these cards up on the wall each day. And this keeps my mind remembering all day long that today is a Votan clear day. And, well, we also notice that there is this little green mark up here in the corner also telling us it's also a galactic activation portal day. A lot of energy happening today. I bet we're feeling it out there, right? It's a Votan clear galactic activation portal day. This doesn't happen very often. Only 4 times in all of these 260 days of this particular Zolkin cycle that we're going through right now. So Votan clear Gapkin today. So then next we want to take a look at what is the tone and the frequency for today. We see that our tone here is the bar with the 2 dots. That means it's the 7th tone, right? The resonant tone of attunement, and we call it ook, right? And the resonant tone of attunement today is conjoining with yellow sun AHAU, right? Aha. Oh, now I understand, right? That's what AHAU is saying, right? So the resonant tone of attunement is coming together today with yellow sun AHAU, yellow resonant sun today. And the way do we say it? Votan's clear, yellow resonant sun, ook AHAU, HUNAB. It's quite a mouthful today, isn't it? Well, it's a lot of energy today, too. Votan says this is a day, these energies, we want to pay particularly close attention to these energies today. And, well, it is a galactic activation portal day. It is that 7th tone, right? That 7th tone, we know it as the sweet spot because it's the center tone, right? There's 6 tones to the left, 6 tones to the right, and number 7 sits right in the middle of these 13 tones. And we know AHAU as the 20th solar frequency, which is the culmination of the evolutionary development of our consciousness, which means we've reached full enlightenment at this point. That's why the eyes are wide open. The mouth is going, oh, I get it. Aha. Right? AHAU. So these are really some pretty significant energies. That's why Votan has indicated them. So let's go into the back of our galactic calendar. I like to refer to it as our time or our cyclical time decoding device because it helps us decode these cycles, these rhythmic cycles that are continuing to flow always. So let's open up our calendar. Let's get to the back of our calendar where we're going to get a uniform definition or understanding of each of these energies for today, the tone and the frequency, so that we can, well, know what we're blending together for our galactic signature for today. So we find Ook, the resonant tone of attunement, the 7th galactic tone on page 7. And of course, the resonant tone of attunement has 3 keywords: channel, inspire, and attunement. It's the resonant tone of attunement, that's why. And our quote comes from the Mayan factor. Ook has its unique symmetry relation to Hun, the 1st galactic tone, and Oshlahun, the 13th or final galactic tone, also known as the Alpha and the Omega of the Mayan number harmonic. Right? These numbers, this is the number 7, but it has a harmonic quality. And that's what we're really interested in when we're dealing with energy. And at the center of the pattern, as we mentioned earlier, Ook represents the magic by which the whole holds together. That's what it says in the Mayan factor. So humans are resonant beings. Right? This is the resonant tone of attunement. And humans are resonant beings. Whatever energies we are exposed to, we have the ability to resonate with, or in other words, to vibrate at like frequency with. Notice, for example, how our mind can be influenced by the channel on the radio and the emotional, physiological, and mental states which are evoked by the music's vibrations. By accessing keen perception of energies and vibrations, we can be more selective of what we bring into our field of play. Right? Our life is our field of play. Now, this discernment directs us to find our own state of right alignment within any situation, as well as surround ourselves with what inspires us. Our mystic power is the strength of our personal attunement. Right? Depends on how perfectly we are attuned as to what we can do with our mystical power. The power of Ook, the 7th tone, the resonant tone of attunement, is demonstrated as the central mystic channel by the 7 energy centers known as chakras, which resonate through the conduits of our human spine. From our base root survival center to our highest crown illumination center, each chakra is a sensitive receptor and transmitter. Not just a receiver, but also it sends out energy. And the cumulative vibration of the 7 chakras determines our being's frequency at each moment. Or we could say our mood, the way we feel, right? When we're out of attunement, we don't feel good. That means the chakras are out of attunement. When we're feeling really good, everything's going great. We can't, we're having those days where we just can't seem to make a mistake, right? Those days, chakras have somehow vibrated into attunement for us, right? It is that cumulative vibration of the 7 chakras that determines our being's frequency at each moment. As creative channels, then, we bring spirit into matter according to the frequencies we are attuned to. Right? If we're attuned to some out of balance frequencies and we're out of tune, what we're manifesting in our life isn't so great. But when we're in perfect attunement, everything's manifesting perfect. And that's how we want to live, in attunement. Like ook. So when we encounter the 7th chamber of the 7-day wave spell, ook, the resonant tone of attunement, then ook imparts vibration, creates resonant structures, which is felt and perceived on many levels. Acknowledge the frequencies you are surfing at any given moment. Right? Acknowledge how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. Don't turn a blind eye to how you feel. Experience your ability to assist others by exercising that ability, right? To assist others vibrationally. With our mind, with our hopes and our prayers. Our belief that they're perfect will help them. Allow inspiration to move through the sacred corridor. What is the sacred corridor? Your spine is that sacred corridor where source is entering into this physical vehicle here. That would make it the sacred corridor. Be direct. Follow the frequencies that serve you. Attune your vessel. What is your vessel? This is your vessel. This body and this mind is your vessel, because we are not the body, we're not the mind. We're riding around in this body and using this mind to operate this body. So we might want to attune it, especially today with this resonant tone of attunement. So that's ook, the resonant tone of attunement. Next, we're going to look at AHAU, right? Yellow sun. So we're going to turn a few pages to the back, way back here, because it's our last solar frequency. AHAU, we find it on page 13, has 3 keywords: enlightens, universal fire, and life, right? This is that energy of enlightenment, right? Ook is coming together with enlightenment, right? Perfect attunement, fully enlightened. Boy, that's where we all want to be, right? That's why Pacal Votan says it's so important to pay particularly close attention to these energies today. This is what we really want to be today. Perfectly attuned, fully enlightened. Our quote for this yellow sun AHAU energy, beautiful little story. One day, the sun admitted, "I am just a shadow. I wish I could show you the infinite incandescence that has cast my brilliant image. I wish I could show you, when you are lonely and in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being." Right? The sun out there says, "I am dull compared to the beauty and brightness of your soul." Yellow sun provokes us to honor the solar life force that sustains our planetary whole, right? And the way the sun is provoking us is because the sun is literally putting energy information into this body to tell this DNA exactly how to create this body. So the sun is provoking us to have a head up here and arms over here like this, right? No arms ever grow out of the neck, and you don't see anybody walking around with hands and arms coming out of their neck, right? And a head over here where the arm goes, right? This doesn't happen, right? The sun is informing the DNA what to do. So the sun, yellow sun, provokes us, right, to honor that life force that sustains us, that sustains everything, the planetary whole. As our local star, the sun is the lens through which we receive radiant emanations of energy information transmitted from the center of the galaxy HUNAB. Right? The sun is a lens where information is coming through, carried with that light of that sun into our DNA and telling this DNA, even the grass. How does the grass know to grow in the shape of a blade of grass instead of a leaf, like a round leaf on a tree? Well, because the DNA was informed by the sun. So let us receive the majesty of this universal fire. You have to say, I want that information. Come on in here. Why? Well, that it may ignite and enlighten our inner sun, our internal source of divine light. Right? May we awaken to the precious reality of who we truly are. And I'd like to say what we truly are, because really we're not a who. That would imply that we were something somewhere before some time. No, we are a part of that source. We are formless and invisible consciousness. We are spirit. We are a soul, right? So may we awaken to the precious reality of what we are, a soul, a spark of the same great fire of life which illuminates eternity. That's what we are, right? As the sun said, right? Yellow sun signifies both 0 and 20 in the Mayan system, presenting a union of formless potential and formed wholeness, nothingness and totality at the same time. 0 is empty so that it may hold everything. And when we hold to nothing, no pride, no fears, we consciously merge with life's totality. By releasing all the layers of personal identification and conditioning, we can rest in the sacred emptiness of our essence, which is just pure life, just pure beingness. Foregoing the attainment of concepts of enlightenment, we can discover our true nature is already enlightened. In other words, we don't have to struggle and strive and claw and work so hard to try to become enlightened, right? Let us release the striving for betterment and accept the awesome totality that already is. Allow the universal fire to burn away doubt and debate. All questions are answered by the searing truth of that which we have always been, which is the zero, formless consciousness, actual wholeness. And our quote to wrap up this yellow sun energy, how? To let the self be awakened by all things is enlightenment. Right? It's one of the key words. And it's what this AHAU is about. It's about reaching that level of full enlightenment. And to do that, you have to realize everything's your teacher. Every blade of grass, the breeze blowing on your face is teaching you. The sun shining in is teaching you. Everything is teaching you. Even those people who are doing so-called bad things, that's teaching you what you don't want, what not to do. Everything's a teacher. So that's yellow sun AHAU. Now we've taken a look at these two energies, the tone and the frequency separately. Next, we're going to grab our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbook and open to page 20 and see what it is when we blend this tone and frequency together for our galactic signature for today. This is what we're going to play match game with now. We read them separately. You kind of know what they are, so you can kind of blend them together in your own mind. But, we might want to get a little help with that. And so, that's what I've got this workbook for here for us, to help us really understand the galactic signature for today and really get in tune with each of these tones and frequencies and these signatures so that we can actually start working with and living this beautiful, harmonious, flowing energy. So, we're opening to page 20 where we see that today's galactic signature is kin number 20. We've gone through that first whole column. We'll be going right back to the first solar frequency again tomorrow, starting for another 20-day cycle. So today, kin 20 is Pacal Votan's clear yellow resonant sun, AHAU HUNAB. Mouthful today, isn't it? Well, it's a lot of energy. I'm telling you, I know you're feeling it out there in the world. Today, yellow sun AHAU is conjoining with Ook, the resonant tone of attunement on this galactic activation portal Pacal Votan clear day. Oh boy, so many cards to hold today. After the organic balancing of the rhythmic tone of equality comes the channeling of the resonant tone of attunement. Pacal Votan's clear yellow resonant sun, AHAU HUNAB, guides and teaches us to directly experience the superluminosity of our own being. Or, in other words, our real self, by observing resonance and by being sensitive to intelligent vibrational energies that are always surrounding us, right? These energies are flowing and changing, and we have to be sensitive to them. This is how we get sensitive to them, working like this each day. Now, this discernment allows us to cleanse and clear our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual channels. Pacal Votan's clear yellow resonant sun, AHAU HUNAB, encourages us to work with the elements that support and reinforce our inner fire of light by being receptive to life's resonance and natural vibrational flow, which allows us to tune in and match vibrations, right? That's what we're doing. That's what this is all about. It's all about tuning in with the energy flow, matching up with that energy flow, and flowing with it. By doing so, we can and will. You not just can, but you will arrive at unlimited options that elevate and direct our existence, finding limitless pathways to right alignment. That's attunement, yes? Our passion for life illuminates the way. Pacal Votan's clear yellow resonant sun, AHAU HUNAB reminds us that this understanding allows us to access a state of attunement in which we are invited to serve as vessels of the mystic muse. The cauldron of creation is summoning us to voyage deeper into our primal being and to honor the solar jewel, our great Father Sun, free from inhibitions, inspired by the infinite potential of the present moment. Today, the vibrational energies of Pacal Votan invites us to attune our human instrument to the mystic muse as it flows through the conduits of our consciousness. Right? This body and this mind, these are our human instruments. Right alignment with the dream of this so-called reality allows us to access avenues of limitless inspiration. This communion is an invitation which simultaneously refuels and nourishes us, both on a physical and a subatomic level, which allows us to align ourselves as tools of divinity, right? The hands and feet of God, in other words, capable of unlimited grand acts of healing and restoration, right? When we're the hands of God, what cannot God do? There you go. So then we can do anything, isn't it? As long as our ego is limiting us, well, there's not so much we can do. But if we're unlimited with Source, like Source is, the hell, then there's nothing we can't do. So that is Pacal Votan's clear yellow resonant sun, AHAU HUNAB. So that brings us to the point now where we can do some coloring and drawing. We want to draw a how, right? We got a little space here in our workbook to draw it. Pretty simple. We make the square, right? Put a O for the mouth, right? Draw a couple lines up and do some eyes that are wide open. That's a how, and we color it yellow because it's yellow sun how. Then we want to draw ook right next to a how like this, right? And we don't have to color the bar and the two dots because we're in a white wave spell. Next, let's fill in our blanks together. We want to start out with the first blank that says kin number. Well, it's the same as the page number. We got it right up here we read it, right? Today's galactic signature is kin 20, right? So we want to write 20 in this first little blank right here. Next, we go down to the next blank. It says galactic signature in English. And there we want to copy from the top of the page here to get it in our mind more quickly and permanently. Write it right out with our hand, yellow resonant sun. In the next blank, it's the kin name in the Mayan way of speaking. You know, that mouthful, right? Pacal Votan's clear. AHAU HUNAB. Pacal Votan's clear AHAU HUNAB Ku. Next, we want to write in the color and direction, right? This is really getting us really established in this energy today. Yellow sun, right? So it's yellow south because yellow is associated with the south. And under that, we want to write in the word ripens or flowers or brings to fruition. That's what this yellow energy is about. Next, we want to write in over top of this little circle down here. We have these 3 circles. Oh, we're going to use all 3 circles today, right? It's a really energetic day today. The moon is waning, so we want to write in how the moon is waning. Then we want to color it in a little bit. So there's just a little sliver of light left showing for the moon. It is a Pacal Votan clear day. So we're going to have to do something in that little circle there. I like to make this little marking like this here, and I just kind of draw this little shape and color it in because today is a Galactic Activation Portal Day. And then we see here that it is also a Pacal Votan clear day, so we're going to have to do something with this circle. This is how I do it. I just color it in with all the 5 different colors. The red, white, blue, and yellow, and I make the little X in the middle is green for wisdom. Right, so we're coloring it all in. Right, today we're using those colored pencils up. So now that we've gotten these basic facts figured out about what are these energies, what's this galactic signature today, let's do our affirmation together where we're watching for those 3 key words. It's a Galactic Activation Portal Day, so we're going to have to also add in our little affirmation here about how we say, I am the Galactic Activation Portal, enter me, yes. And it's also a Pacal Votan clear day, so we're going to wrap it up with Jayom Pacal Votan today. Okay, let's watch for those 3 key words, channel, inspire, and attunement for the resonant tone of attunement, ook, and enlighten life, and universal fire for AHAU, right? Yellow sun. They're all in there. I'll read it one time to make sure we got it right. Then we'll do it together 3 times together. Okay. Today I channel in order to enlighten inspiring life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the resonant tone of attunement. Today I am guided by the power of free will, and I am the Galactic Activation Portal. Oh, my great and wondrous Creator, Source Energy, enter me. Jayom Pacal Votan. So there we have it. Let's do it together 3 times now. Today I channel in order to enlighten inspiring life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the resonant tone of attunement. Today I am guided by free will, and I am the Galactic Activation Portal. Oh, my great and wondrous Creator, Source Energy, enter me. Jayom Pacal Votan. Today I channel in order to enlighten inspiring life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the resonant tone of attunement. Today I am guided by the power of free will. I am the Galactic Activation Portal. Oh, my great and wondrous Creator, Source Energy, enter me. Jayom Pacal Votan. Today I channel in order to enlighten, inspiring life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the resonant tone of attunement. Today I am guided by the power of free will. And I am the galactic activation portal on my great and wondrous creator source energy and to me. Jayom Pacal Votan. Namaste and Lakech.